Alright, so right now our mission is to speak to Snarl and Galena at Exterminatus HQ to determine how best to use our ghost boar weaponry by applications as decided on by the Blood and Ash Legions. That was a really weird way of saying that. However, before we do that, we have some personal things to attend to. We got some new pants while I wasn't filming, and that's actually a lot better than what we have, so we're going to equip those. So, before we go and do that, I think the time has come for us to let's destroy the ghosts in the containment unit hangar first. While we do that, we'll go and help out these guys fight ghosts. So, yeah. I've decided the time has come to pick a trade skill. And the only kind of response I've gotten from people about the trade skill has been, you know, just pick whatever you want. So, we're going to go with Huntsman and Leatherworking. Even though my Ranger does those exact two trade skills, you know, at least I'll know how it works. So, that won't be so bad. You know, I know how to understand. What am I doing? I need to get my last weapon skill. So once we've helped these guys fight ghosts, we're gonna go and we're going to get our trade skills, and we'll see how that goes. And I guess there's a chance that I've heard that at least one guy, I guess, I only got bronze for that. That sucks. I know that some people might not actually be able to play the game, and they might be watching this because they're like, oh, you know, I really wish I could play the game, but I can't because my computer's not that good, or whatever. So I will at least try to explain at least the basics, at least. I will try to explain the basics of trade skills and stuff, so that arrowheads, I have limited supply of genuine Pyre Fierce Shot arrowheads for sale. Pyre Fierce Shot was, if I remember correctly, a char from the first game. This arrowhead once belonged to Pyre Fierce Shot. Alright. Sell our junk. And I really wish we had a salvage kit. Oh, we do. Duh. Salvage. Yes. Salvage. We can lose the egg. Wait, no, that's an ingredient. We need to keep that. My other guy is a 15. Yeah, we'll hold on to that. Oh, I'm about to sneeze. Hang on. Sorry about that. Yeah, so, like I said, I'm going to try and explain things as we go. So, I am, of course, salvaging because that will give me the material, or mats, if you will, to properly another one of these bad boys, and another leather bag, why not? We use the mats, let's just max it out, even though there are only 4 slots.
Dismissed.
Oh, oops. Inventory management on the internet. Why can't I use? There we go. I must be lagging pretty badly. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, the mats that we get from salvaging, we can use like the leather squares and the jute and, you know, the increasingly good stuff to create gear and weapons and stuff. Especially for a leather worker, you need it because the stuff that you use primarily leather to make your armor when you're leather working, obviously. And the only way to get that is by salvaging or buying it on the trading post. And up until very recently, I actually think it is running now. Yes. It's actually just been the last few days that the trading post has been working. Oops, too far out. Why isn't he aggroing? It's not on me. There we go. Oh, sorry guys. I keep losing my train of thought. The trading post hasn't been working up until recently. I'm very happy that it's working now because it was really frustrating trying to craft without the ability to buy materials from the trading post. Specifically, I keep pushing H. things like this, the tiny scales. You also get tiny venom sacs, tiny fangs, tiny claws, stuff like that. Those are used to basically make your equipment. Like, you have to have the other stuff, like the leather and the jute or the metal or whatever, but you also have to have those to make your inscriptions, which basically, well, we'll go into this in more detail once I start crafting. But basically, those are the limiting factor, those loot drops, because they only drop off of enemies, and it's frustrating as hell to try and farm them out, or just buy them. Like, some people were selling them, like, in chat, and, you know, it was, right, and it was actually really, you know, it was never really a sure thing, because ArenaNet, for whatever reason, decided they didn't want just direct player-to-player trading. And this, you know, a lot of people will argue about whether or not that's a good thing. Personally, it kind of annoys me. I mean, it's not enough for me to be like, oh, I'm not gonna play this fucking game. But okay, alright, whatever. That happens sometimes. But it annoys me because, let's try this jump shot. I know it's just the same thing we were doing with that. Not even that much of range. Anyway, because when I mean, I guess it won't really be an issue once, now the trading post seems to be working properly and not going down every hour or so. It won't really matter, because people can just trade on the trading post. But it was really, really frustrating to not be able to trade directly to people, because people would do it through mail, but then you're never really sure. I mean, are you going to get what the person tells you that they're going to give you? Like, you know, I want to sell you this for 5 silver, but how do I know you're going to give me that after I give you the silver? Or how do I know that after I give you this, you're going to give me the money? And it was just a really dangerous sort of thing. I mean, I never had anyone, like, fuck me over and not give me what they said they were going to give me, but I'm sure it happened. So, and then they disabled mail for a while, and then it was just like, you can't do anything. Like, I had all these items I wanted to give to my friends because I was crafting, but I couldn't. I wanted to get crafting materials so I could keep crafting, but I couldn't. So it was really frustrating. But now things are getting better. I know several different people on YouTube are doing videos of Guild Wars 2 right now, and they all sort of paint this really bleak, like, nothing's working right, oh god. And I'm sure they're full, you know, certain internet forums, whoops, they're talking about how horrible the game is and how it's like, oh, Tor was better than this or whatever the hell. But it's really actually a really good game, and don't let the few problems that it's having. No, but we do need to teleport. I don't know why I'm running around. Don't let the few problems that the game is suffering through at release turn you off, because it's a really good game and you should play it. Yes, so loading the Black Citadel to go learn leatherworking and that other thing. Huntsmaning. Yeah, I need to stop before I just start saying that word over and over. Huntsman is firearms and bows, because I guess people hunt with those things. I was actually really surprised. I can't talk. When I started as my ranger to do huntsman, because I thought it would just be like bows, but I guess it doesn't make sense, because that would be like literally 2 things. This is shoddy craftsmanship. Why is this broken? They need to fix this. This is ridiculous. We're supposed to be char, not humans, leaving shit broken. That really hurt. So yeah, and it kind of annoyed me because rangers can't use guns at all, so it's like, oh, I've got all these, you know, I can make pistols and rifles, but I can't use them, so what's the point? But then I thought about it, and I realized that they can use like long bows and short bows, and also Huntsman makes, oh man, I can't think of what it's called. Why can't I think of words today? Spear guns and harpoons, and you use spear guns and harpoons underwater, and I'm pretty sure we use, yeah, spear. You can only use a spear gun, really. You can't use a harpoon or a trident. Only spear gun. I guess they can't weapon switch, but damn. So, you know, because I was considering, like, well, I mean, you know, that's not a whole lot of weapons for the ranger. Maybe I should in weapon smithing. But then I realized you could also make your underwater weapons, and then I was like, well, weaponsmithing you could only make swords and axes, but you know, rangers can use swords, axes, daggers, and great swords. So I guess that's 4 weapons that they can use, and you can make 4 weapons that you can use with the why am I in the bank? With the other one, with huntsman. So I guess it all equals out. I don't know. I don't know. I like being a melee ranger, so maybe I should have done weaponsmithing, but you know, whatever. Okay, so. This is the leatherworking trainer, after all that. You can tell because it says Master Leatherworker, and it's got the little symbol of the skin on it. So to learn a trade, you just push F and say, please teach me to be a leatherworker. It's free, there's no issue with it, and you are now a leatherworker. If you have the materials, you can begin crafting a leatherworking station. You can ask questions about how to make leather items, blah, 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 but we don't need all that. I think you have to go now. Excuse me. Okay. So we also need huntsman, which is down here. You can see on the map that little triangle or arrowhead, I guess is what it is. And here we go.
Speak.
Please teach me to be a huntsman. You're now a huntsman if you have the component, blah, 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 blah. Thank you. Alright, so what should we make first? Armor or weapons? Let's try making a gun. I don't even know if I have enough materials to make it, because I've been selling my lower level materials, I have to admit, because I don't know why I'm taking out the leather and stuff. Yeah, see, we don't have enough claws or blood for any of this stuff. But we might be able to make a few basic things. Let's make some green wood planks. So, the first step when crafting is you have to gather your most basic, I'm moving my hands around while I talk, your most basic items for crafting, which for huntsmen is green wood logs, which is like the lowest level thing, which you might have seen me get by chopping down trees. You also need leather. You need the leather for both huntsman crafting and leatherworking, so I'm not going to refine these just yet. You also need bronze ingots, which you make by mining copper, and then you have to buy the lumps of tin from the vendor. The master huntsman will sell you the lump of tin. It's like, I think, 10 copper. That's the only way to get it that I know of. I've already got a couple pieces because I craft on my other characters. So first we're going to craft a bronze ingot. Bam! 150 experience points. And we also raise up our Novice Huntsman. But we also get, we raise our Novice Huntsman by 150 of 500, but we also get experience down here.
What? So
that was 1 bronze ingot, and now we're going to make some green wood planks. Out of green wood logs, of course, which you get from chopping down trees. And we don't need this wood to make armor, so we're just going to hit craft all. And it goes slowly, but then that's to amp up a little more, 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 and then it maxes out. And so we've gained quite a bit of experience from that too. It's a great way to get experience doing that. Okay, so to make a bronze pistol, we need a vial of weak blood. And to make a mighty bronze rifle, which these are of course the simplest of the weapons, we need another vial of weak blood. We don't have any blood. Let's make a rifle stock. And I realized that as I did that, I'm not really explaining what I'm doing, so let me go through, because we're also going to make a pistol, I think. To make a bronze rifle barrel, we need 5 bronze ingots. We have, so let me explain it. You need 3 to make the bronze rifle barrel, and we have 5. And here we would need 2, and we have 7. Here we need 2, and we have 5. So let's make our rifle barrel. Craft that. I hope I made a rifle stock, right? Rifle stock, rifle barrel. Okay, now we can't. This is the discovery. This is where you would make new things that you don't have the recipe for. Unfortunately, we don't have enough to make anything new with this. Even though, I mean, why can't I make a rifle with this? Well, to do that, what we would need is a wooden dowel and an inscription. See? So this would be what? Vitality. We need 3 bone chips and a wooden dowel. Mighty would give us power, which is what we want to make. So you can... Basically, they give you, to start out with, the mighty bronze rifle, which is what you would make with the mighty green inscription. But you don't have to make the inscription, you can just make the rifle. But we don't have any blood, so what do we need to do? Well, in the old days, we would have to go and, you know, farm it. But we're gonna just buy some, if we can afford it. Because right now the prices are kind of going up a little bit high. So we need, what, 6 in total to make. That's 2 silver, we've got 9. You know what? Let's get 9 and make 2 pistols and a other thing. Rifle. Alright, now we've purchased our items at the trading post. But how are we going to get these items? I just don't know. We can't just take them. They don't get delivered to you anymore like they were in the beta. So what we actually need to do is find a trading post representative here. A nifty little trick we can do is put down, whoops, a personal waypoint by clicking Alt, holding Alt and clicking, and then it'll show up on our mini-map and we can run in that direction. As we listen to some Xenogears soundtrack, the peaceful tones of Shavat. Has anyone here ever played Xenogears? I really like that game. I've bought it about 4 times. Well, you see all sorts of strange things in the big city, I guess. I actually just started playing Xenogears again recently, but unfortunately Guild Wars 2 sort of took me out of that. Want to join a guild? No thanks. That happens a lot. I don't know why people just randomly invite others to a guild. Alright, so we're here at the... Let me go back. This is the Black Lion Trader. There's usually several of them in any city, and there's always a few out, like in the wilderness, in outposts and stuff. I'll show you that if we ever come across them. So, we need to get what we sold, what we bought, pick up. We also made a trade profit because I had some things selling from other characters. So let's take everything. So we got a piece of silver and our 9 vials of weak blood, which is cool. You know, it's good to have just some things sitting around selling. For whenever you... Wow, that... man, I need to write stuff down because this is just ridiculous. It's good to have stuff just sitting on the trading post because that way, whenever you get back, you might find money sitting in there. Quite a bit of money if you're selling trade materials. Right now, the level 2, the tier 2 trade materials, which is like small claws instead of tiny claws or small venom sacs or whatever, are selling for a lot. I guess that's just like the point where most people are at in their like in their trading time, in their crafting. They're making like the tier 2 armor and gear. So that's just really inflated right now, and also because people were like starved of it for so long. Where am I going? So they all just like really want it, and it's just I just got out of that tier and I'm buying 3rd tier stuff, which is just like a vial of blood or a claw, and it's a lot cheaper. It's shockingly cheaper to get that stuff. So I'm very happy that I'm out of that horrible mid-level thing. Why am I talking to you? I don't need to talk to you. Alright, Huntsman Station. Let's craft some shit. So first we're going to make a mighty bronze rifle. I didn't get any copper, did I? Crap. Alright, well let's make our rifle. Pow, we got a rifle. And it's not even as good as what we were using. Aw, man. Alright, let's preview it. Maybe it looks better. Nope. Oh, it's depressing. Oh well. So, what do you do whenever you make something that's not as good as what you have? Well, you salvage it. And you get a couple items back. And let's see. You don't make your pistol stuff because you can't, because oh wait, pistol barrel, pistol barrel. There we go. Craft it and craft a frame. All right. I'm gonna try and make the wooden dowel the inscription, just because I want to know if it'll be any better than what we make with this, and just to show how you would do it. You only use one to make that? Oh, well, there you go. That's why it's not as good, because we only used one vial of blood instead of 3. I'll bet you anything. Okay, so you need to construct your gun. And this formula, the 2 pieces and then the dowel, the inscription, or whatever it's going to be, holds true for pretty much any kind of thing that you're crafting, whether it be armor or weapons. I don't really know about, I mean, it's different for cooking, it might be different for jewelry, but it's the same for artificing and weaponsmithing and armor smithing as huntsman and leatherworking. So, it doesn't matter where you put it or what order you put it in at. It's just whatever. Okay, this looks like something, so let's craft it. Pow! And look at all that experience we got. And we've got a mighty bronze pistol, which isn't as good as our rifle, but it might be better than our pistols. God, I hope so. Let's see. Oh, we can't equip it. Damn it. Have to be level 10. Alright, well, let's put that down. Oh, let's compare it. 88, 58. Much better than our steam pistols, although not as cool looking, but that's okay. Alright, so let's see if we can't rip out one more rifle. Bronze rifle barrel. Bronze rifle stock. Green rifle stock. And then we're going to make a wooden dowel. And an inscription. And it didn't tink, but you can also double click, you don't have to drag it down. And we're going to pop out this rifle. Pow. And this is better. Unfortunately, we do have to be level 10 to use it. That's okay. Alright, we're going to drop that rifle down into our 4-liter thing. And this one has run way over, so I'm going to stop it here. I'm going to craft some armor if I can, and then we'll go out and check out what we're going to do next out in the world. So I'll see you all then. Bye.